Now, coming to 10th Lord in 12 different houses. Now, what happens when 10th house Lord is placed in 12 different houses and also 10th Lord placed in 27 nakshatras? So, first of all, coming to 10th house Lord placed in the first house. So, what does it shows? It shows that you need to mainly focus on yourself, your personality development, your behavior, and you can work mainly which are related to the self effort jobs like yoga instructor or gym instructor, something like that, or you can even become a coach also. These people are generally self made people, so they can be even self employed, okay, which means like generally they can be consultancy company, they can even open up their own business, so like that, those type of jobs suits them very well. So these people are very much hard working also. Now, coming to 10th house Lord in the second house. So, what happens when 10th house Lord is in the second house? So, what does second house represents? It represents your salary, it represents your family, okay? It also represents your values, your speech, your food. So, when 10th house Lord is in the second house, that shows that these people will generally doing the work which are related to the family business, okay, which means they will inherit some business where their family will be doing. It also shows that these people can be working in bank or can become a finance manager because second house represents money, salary, that's why. It also represents these people can be working in a food sector or restaurant, something like that, because second house represents food. It also shows that these people can be working where they need to give some speech or they need to involve their communication, something related to the communication work, okay. So these are things can be seen. Now what happens when 10th house lord is placed in the third house? Now what does third house represents? It represents short travels, okay. It also represents your self effort, your hard working. It also represents communication, sports. It also represents your younger siblings. So when 10th house lord is placed in third house, that shows that these people can do any work related to the travels. Okay, these people can become a driver or can uh, work in a traveling industry, tourism industry. Okay, it also shows that these people can be working as a journalist, TV media, or can work as a TV serial artist, something like that. It also shows that these people can become a sports person also, or can become a great coach, can become a journalist or something that involves communication. Now, what happens when 10th house Lord is placed in the fourth house? Now, what does fourth house represents? It represents your home. It represents property. It also represents vehicles. It also represents movable or immovable assets. Okay. It also represents education, teaching, and everything. So when 10th house Lord is placed in the fourth house, that shows that these people can work in the areas of teaching sector or in an education field. It also shows that these people can work in a like under some politicians, work in a government sector. It also shows that these people can become a real estate agent or can do real estate business, can open up their own restaurant or can even work in the restaurant. It also shows that these people can become a great politicians also. Now, what happens when 10th house lord is placed in the fifth house? Now, what does fifth house represents? It represents your Purva Punya Bhava. Okay, it also represents past life deeds, past life karmas. It also represents creativity, your intelligence. It also represents your gamblings, your speculations, stock markets. It also represents astrology, numerology, tantra, mantras, film industries, fashion industry, models. So when 10th house lord is placed in the fifth house, these people can work in fashion industry, entertainment field, film field, cinematic universe. It also shows that these people can work as an artist, okay, or the creativity, something which involves creativity like architect, interior design, something like that. It also shows that these people can work as an um, software engineer, okay, or can invest in stocks market, can do what you can tell, can become a great stock broker also. It also shows that these people uh, can open up their consultancy business or can become a great astrologer, numerologist, or tarot card reader. can also become a great healer also, because fifth house represents health. Now, what happens when 10th house lord is placed in the sixth house? That shows that these people can work in service related industries. It also shows that these people will have a lot of enemies in the work, a lot of obstacles. It also shows that these people can work with foreign clients or foreign media or foreign companies. It also shows that these people can become lawyer, doctor, or engineers. Now, what happens when 10th house lord is placed in the seventh house? It shows that these people can become a very great business people. Uh, these people can do partnerships. These people, it also shows that can involve something which are related to the foreign things, okay, like doing import and export business. So these are the things can be seen. Now, what happens when 10th house lord is placed in the eighth house? When 10th house lord is placed in eighth house, that shows that these people can work behind the scenes, like research related things, or can work in investigation fields, crime related things, can become a police, can also work in government sector behind the scene. Okay, it also shows that these people can become a very great astrologer, or can become a very great numerologist, tarot card reader, or someone who has deep knowledge about occult subjects. So those careers will suit the person very well, and even they can even open up their own consultancy also. Now, what happens when 10th house lord is in the ninth house? That shows that these people can become great teacher, great scholar. Okay, it also shows that their career can be in foreign land, or a career can be related to the traveling. Okay, like for example, if they want to go to particular job which involves foreign travels, like that. Okay, it also shows that they can be trustee of a particular organization or temple, or can work in school, can become advisor, counselors. So these are the different things. Now, what happens when 10th house lord is placed in the 10th house itself? So that shows that these people can work in government sector, can work as a self-employed. Okay, it also shows that these people can also become a very great famous person in the society, can work as a politician, I mean, like, can serve the government. So these are the things, will get status, will get name and fame, etc., and also respect. Now, what happens when 10th house lord is placed in the 11th house? That shows that these people can work in a big organization, or can work with the foreign clients, or work in a foreign company. It also shows that these people can become a very great event organizer, etc., someone who is good with the people, someone who has great networks, like that. Now, what happens when 10th house lord is placed in the 12th house? That shows that these people can work in foreign land, can be a work in hospitals, or can work in an middle management things. Okay, can become a great doctors. These people also uh, can work in some unknown or strange field, so can become a very great spiritual teacher or religious guru. So these are all things can be seen when 10th house lord is placed in 12th house. Now, coming to the nakshatra. So what happens when 10th house lord is placed in 27 nakshatra? So coming to the Ketu's nakshatra, what happens when 10th house lord is placed in, now sorry, I mean, now what happens when Ketu is placed in sorry what happens when 10th house lord is placed in Ketu's nakshatra, which is Ashwini, Maga, and Mula? That shows that these people will be working something related to the travel industries, like tourisms and all, and can become doctors, sports person, athletes, coach, healers, astrologers, tarot card readers, numerologists, gym coach, yoga instructor, government job, spiritual guru, can work in religious institutions, work in religious place, or can become a trustee of a temple or organization or a school. Now, what happens when 10th house lord is in Venus nakshatra, which is Bharani, Purva, Palguni, or Pubba, or even Purva Shada, which shows that these people can become very great artists, can work in fashion industry, can become model or producer, work in film field or entertainment field, or can become director, producer, or someone who works behind the scene. Okay. Now, what happens when 10th house lord is in Sun nakshatra, which is Kritika, Uttara Falguni, Uttara Shada? That shows that they can work in any government sector, can become leader, politician, can be famous in the society, can work in army, or can be a soldier, like engineer or a doctor, etc. Now, what happens when 10th house lord is in Rohini nakshatra, Asta nakshatra, and Shravan nakshatra, which is Moon's nakshatra? That shows that these people can work in film industry, fashion industry, model, entertainment, artists, creativity, engineer, computer related works, computer programmers, software engineers, or a businessman. Now, what happens when 10th house Lord is placed in Mars Nakshatra, which is Mrigashira, Chitra, and Tanishta? That shows that these people can become good artists, singers, writers, authors, poets, salesmen, astrologers, administrators, advertisers, media, journalists, TV industry, YouTube, architects, or interior designers. Now, what happens when 10th house dot is placed in Rahu Nakshatra, which is Ardra, Swati, Shatpisha? That shows that these people can work as a engineer, can become a politics, or these people can become an engineer, can also become a politicians, working in someone in foreign companies, okay, working in working with the foreign clients, can become a diplomats, something to do with research things, or working behind the scene, networking, electronics related work. So these are the things can be seen. Now, what happens when 10th house Lord is placed in Punarvasa, Vishaka, and Purva Bhadra Nakshatra, which is Jupiter's Nakshatra? That shows that these people can become a great teacher, spiritual gurus, advisors, counselors, or can uh, take consultancy to other people, can become a librarian, working at the temples, working at schools, trustee of an organization, etc. Now, what happens when 10th house Lord is placed in Saturn's nakshatra, which is Pushya, Anuradha, and Uttarabhadra Pada? That shows that these people can become a very great mass leaders, can become a great politicians. Someone who is working at NGOs or old age homes can work in low level jobs like sweepers, cleaners, or any low post jobs. Okay, it also shows that these people can become a very great judge. Now, coming to 10th house Lord placed in Mercury Nakshatra, which is Ashlesha, Jeshta, and Revati Nakshatra, that shows that these people can work something to do with communication related jobs, or can become great anchors or journalists, lawyers, computer programmers. Someone who is very great at decision making can become a very great businessman also. So, yep, this is it for today, guys. This was my analysis of 10th house Lord placed in 12 different houses, and also 10th house Lord in 27 nakshatras. So, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe below, or else I'll see you in the next video. So, if you want any consultancy, please do contact me, give me the WhatsApp number. Okay. So, yep, thank you. Bye bye. Love you. Take care.